Hello everyone, this is Andrew and Anna Smith. We wanted to give you guys a video update. And normally we share about what I'm doing with aviation here in Papua New Guinea, but today we wanted to take you along and show you what Anna's been doing here on the Mission Center while working at the clinic. So we're going to go with Anna to the clinic and she's going to show us around.
This is the New Tribes Mission Medical Clinic. It's the medical clinic for our organization, and it's where I've been working for the last year. So let's go check it out. Welcome to the medical clinic. Papua New Guinea is a place that is warm, tropical, but that also means that it's a place where bacteria loves to grow. That, combined with the poor sanitation, the close living quarters, disease loves to spread. When that happens, our hospitals here, our little clinics, they're just inundated with super sick people. And unfortunately, the supplies that these places have are often lacking, so that people are told to go to the pharmacy and get this medication that they need, but it's just not there. Or they don't have the correct supplies to be able to take care of people's needs. That's why our clinic is such a big deal for our missionaries. They can get reliable care. We make sure that they have what they need, and we're able to provide it for them when they need it. The main purpose of our medical clinic, as I've briefly touched on, is to provide care for our missionaries. It's to make sure that they can stay in their locations doing the job that they're here to do, and that includes bush missionaries and support missionaries. We accomplish our task in a variety of ways. The first way is that before the missionaries even come to the field, we look at their medical records and their vaccine records and make sure that they're all caught up on the necessary vaccines. And then once they're here in country, our staff actually has an orientation with them where we teach them how to give shots, how to suture, how to take vital signs like blood pressure, heart rate, temperature. That way, when they're in the bush, they'll know how to do these things to give us the information we need to help them figure out what's going on with someone, what kind of sick is happening, or what medicine that they should be giving, and they'll know how to give it. And so we supply them even with the medicine that they'll need. And so that when they are in that location, if someone starts getting seriously ill, then they're able to have that medication already on hand. They don't need it to be flown into them. They'll have it right there ready to give. And they're able to call. We actually have a phone number that is available any time of day, every single day, that they can call, get a hold of someone who can help them with a situation that's happening. So as much as our missionaries are able to handle things in the bush, minor things, then that keeps them in their location, that helps them to stay focused on the work that they're doing, that helps save them time and money from not having to pay for flights and leave their location every single time something minor happens. But there are times when they're not able to handle the things that come their way. And in that case, they can be flown out to our clinic and we can see them, and there's personnel ready and waiting to help them. We've had a situation recently within the last month where a girl was brought in and she was head to toe with this rash she was so pink, and she felt like her throat was closing, and come to find out she'd been having an allergic reaction to some medication. And so we were able to be there, we were able to give her epinephrine, the things that she needed to help her get better. But that was a scary time and not something that parents would want to have to handle far away. In our clinic, we have lots of things to be able to help us test what's going on. We have x-rays to look for broken bones, or even fluid in the lungs, or things going on with the respiratory system. We have a physical therapist who has actually helped us before when Andrew had really hurt something in his back and he had terrible, terrible pain, and she gave him lots of really good stretches and got him back out so that he could fly the airplane and help missionaries get the supplies and things that they needed. And right now we have a temporary doctor. He's a retired pulmonologist that decided to ask the Lord what he should do with his retirement. And he didn't want to just sit around and do nothing, and he decided to come here and help us out while we're in between our doctor being here and back in the States. So that's been a huge blessing, but he's only here for a handful of months. Our doctor who actually founded the clinic, Dr. Kevin, he's been amazing when we don't have a doctor here. He's been ready to answer emails every single day. We can call him at any time of the day if we've got questions, even if it's in the middle of the night. And he's just been amazing. But he is planning on retiring in the next year or so. So he spends about half his time here in Papua New Guinea and half his time in the States. So we are really praying that God provides a doctor. It's a huge need here, and we are super thankful for the ones that he's brought our way for the meantime, but you guys can be praying with us about that. If it calls for it, we are also able to do medical evacuations, and that would be in the case if someone's care required a further level than what we can provide here at the clinic, or if they just needed more testing that we can't provide here that is urgent. We can medical evacuate them to Port Moresby or Cairns, Australia. And during a medical evacuation, we work really closely with a lot of different areas, such as the Aviation department. They get the airplane ready, they take out some of the seats, put the stretcher in, get the oxygen ready to go, so that when we arrive, it's all set up and ready to get the patient in there and go. And we've even got people who make lunches for those of us who are going to be missing lunch all of a sudden, and people who grab passports and get visas ready to go. So it's a huge team effort, and it's really cool to see it all come together. But I think the biggest thing is just that it's huge for our missionaries who are taking often young families into bush locations, and they know that if the need comes up, they can get to that next level of care if needed. And it's just really good for their peace of mind, but also nice for us who it's not all on us to make sure everything goes perfectly. So that's just a little taste of what we do here in the medical clinic and why it's important and what it means for our missionaries. I hope it makes sense and it was exciting to see and hear about. And thank you so much for letting us be here so that we can help in this way.